Well, good afternoon, YouTube. I apologize if you weren't part of the initial, you know, get her together day, because today was the day, and well, here it is. So there she is. AC needs to be serviced. I figured that out. Yeah, compressor's not staying on very long, and it barely cooled down. Change these lights out up here because they were freaking like burning. One was burnt out and stuff. So anyway, open her up and take a peek. I guess. I mean, there's not a whole lot to see. Change out a couple lights down here yet, and that's all I did. I didn't do a whole lot. Radio still doesn't work, but I found out it's most likely a BCM issue, that the screen is not turning on. The buttons light up, but the screen does not turn on. Now, don't mind that. I was spraying WD-40 on the cover, trying to clean it up a little bit. But, got to Dad's, and this bastard was just puking relentless. I was like, no frickin' way. No way. The temp gauge never moved. And I hooked my scan tool up, did a live data, and it said 237 degree coolant temp. That was with it off. And because we had it just off after I saw it puke, and I shut it off right away. It's like, no freaking way, we're overheating right now. Looks like that's leaking a little bit. Maybe slightly. But so my battery not charging was the alternator not plugged in, the connector part. I was hoping that fixed the glitching issue with the radio and the cluster. For some reason, with the headlights on, the cluster starts resetting. Service car, this, that, the other. So, headlights are on right now. Wait for it. Because it was doing it on the way home, which was wonderful. There you go. Cluster reset, dimming, brightening. Could hear the shifter click there. Clear that. There you go. See, it just keeps doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. You shut the lights off and it quits. I don't know if it's at... Well, it's not at... I don't know if it's at... I don't know if that's at a certain interval, like a time interval, like the BCM's trying to reboot, or what's happening. It must be. So we'll shut the lights off, and then we'll wait that time frame, or double, and you'll see it won't do it. And nothing. Let's see. We did over 20 miles per gallon average on the way down. I don't know, because I let it sit there and idle for a while, because, you know, I got back from... We got up to Dad's. I had left the lid off of the coolant bottle. It's half off, so it didn't build any pressure. I'm thinking, like Dad had said, having the system not pressurized, it changes the boiling point of the coolant. Well, maybe that's a very good possibility as to why it was bubbling. I mean, it was bubbling with the engine off. It was like boiling, just shooting out of the overflow, just, and it didn't stop after the engine was off. So it was saying, well, that's probably not head gaskets. It's didn't smell like exhaust or anything like that. Figure, well, one, there may be an air bubble. Two, maybe it's boiling because the cover wasn't pressurizing, all that stuff. So we topped it off and put the lid on, and it seemed fine. I needed to top off again before I left, because we did a little test drive after that, just so, you know, Dad could drive it and whatever. And let's see if there's any pressure. I'm kind of curious. there's not a lot of pressure, if any. Ooh, but that sucker's hot or not, hooey. But she didn't really get above 212 on the way home, and 212 was sitting at a stop. Otherwise, it was doing about 207 down the freeway. But I even had the electric fans kick on for the cooling, because I thought maybe those were just for the air conditioning, but apparently they're not. They're for pretty much everything, I guess. So I got some LEDs here. Wish you could see them. You can kind of see them. Those are the festoon ones. I don't know where those go. Apparently those go somewhere. And then I've got, oh, wherever Dad put them, I don't know. Maybe I brought Coot water, just absolutely in case. And so far, I'm just betting it was an air bubble or something. Oh, right here. These are the 194 type bulbs I got. Oxito, and they're off Amazon. So anyway, but yeah, they're decently bright. They dim in like a sequence. They're just instead of just, you know. Anyway, it don't matter. It is what it is. But she did pretty good on the way down. Better than on the way up, I'd say, for fuel mileage. On the way up, I was doing 80, 85, and she just was chugging the gas a bit, you know, 16, 17, maybe 18, and on a flat 20, 21, but you hit that hill and she just plummets. But on the way back, I was doing 75, 80 most of the way, and it did a whole lot better. So I'm a little disappointed that the 5-speed transmission doesn't give me that added boost to do like 85 and 90 comfortably, and get, you know, pretty good mileage, like 21, 22, something like that. I want my mileage from 80 to be at 90, you know, but it is what it is. It's still, I mean, the transmission shifts great. I'm going to have to change the fluid and check the temp and all that stuff. It was at 230 something when I got home, and it pretty much didn't stop running the entire time. I mean, we had it shut off for, you know, 5-10 minutes at a time, fire it back up. We were playing around with the fuses, checking all the stuff, and we just came to the conclusion, yeah, it's probably the BCM. I mean, the light's on, it freaks out. Lights off, it doesn't. And I mean, the buttons light up, but the screen won't do anything. You won't get any response, no beeping, no buttons, no. Everybody's saying hit the eject buttons and CDs, and I don't know what they're talking about, but whatever. So, so that's that. Oh, yeah. But, other than that, not a whole lot to report. She's been did pretty good today. We cleaned the rotors off with the brake pads, so they're coming around. And we got really good brake pressure, so that's nice. I did manage to put another scrape in the back bumper. I found out the parking sensors don't work as good as they did on my Seville. That might just buff out. That will just buff out. For the most part, a couple scratches. Oh well. There's one on the driver's side anyway, so it just matches the passenger side, or passenger side just matches the driver's side now. But for the most part, everything's buttoned up, except for the wheel liners. I haven't done those yet, and I never dulled the wheels, although the rust coming off, the freaking covered them again. I didn't polish the fog lights because I'm just tired. I'm just done for the day. And I put the cover back on the headlight, and it started fogging up already. So I'll have to drill a hole in one of them back covers so it can breathe, because that's just ridiculous. And it would look really freaking decent otherwise, so I'm pretty happy with that. AC, you couldn't hear it, I could probably. It needs a charge, I think. It's kicking on and you're off a short period of time, and it just barely cooled down. Maybe 5-6 degrees, maybe 10 tops. I wouldn't even go to 10 though. I mean, it took a while to get there, and it kind of took the heat off of you, but it was almost negligible coming out of the vents. Like, barely feel it cool down. So it may just need a top off, but that's why I left the AC system intact, so I didn't have to go somewhere and have that serviced. But I'm probably gonna have to go somewhere to have the BCM serviced, or have them figure out what's going on there. It's just with the lights on, the BCM is glitching out. It just doesn't know what to frickin' do. So, but I'm just pretty excited. I mean, I took it up and down the road and around the block here a few times, and then I went to St. Cloud and back, and you know, and the coolant's fine, not bubbling now. Its lid's on. It's got what, half a gallon of distilled, or a whole gallon, or a whole half gallon, or quarter gallon. I don't know, eighth gallon. I couldn't tell you. Either way, it's got some distilled water in it. Not a lot, but it's is what it is. Haven't gotten the washer nozzles for the headlight to pop out yet, so I don't know what that's about. I don't know if you got to prime them a little bit more, because I just hit the button. I figured, because I think my mom's Audi, or was it, what was that? She have them? She has them, yeah. Mom's Audi, all you do is hit the button once, and it frickin', you know, does everything for you. So, but this one, I gotta hold the button as long as I want washer fluid to come out, and I guess the nozzles didn't pop out. So, oh no, we'll figure it out. But tomorrow, I mean, I had plans to drive this everywhere, but these tires have horrible flat spots, and I mean horrible. Like the steering wheel is shaking in your hand going down the road, and you're like, holy Anna. And it's just in the front mainly. You don't feel anything in the rear, so I gotta check the front end out, make sure it's tight, and then I don't know, I gotta do some research to see if you can get flat spots out of tires, because these tires are like brand new, and I just noticed that the front and rear ones are different. At least the back left, back right one's different. Kumo Exta ASX, and this is Kumo Exta PA31. Yeah, they're different. So I think the front are different than the rear. So that's a Exta PA31. Yeah. Okay, so front and rear tires are different, both Kumos, but different sizes too. So I don't know how you'd rotate them if you just do that, front and rear. But it is what it is. So if it's just the front tires that are really, and that's weird, because that tire was the one that was flat, and that's not where the vibration's at. So I really got to check the front end out. But I'm gonna go show the guy tomorrow I bought the car from, because he really wanted to see it in its glory of being cleaned up. So I'll have to hit a car wash and go over there and take a look. He wanted to buy the guy's dad, I think, is who I bought. No, the guy's son I'm going to meet tomorrow. No, oh Lord, the guy I paid cash for, you know, for this, his dad is the guy that wants to see it, because he originally wanted to buy it off his son or whatever, and his son's son or something like that bought it wanting to fix it up, never did, and it just sat there. So so he wanted to see it because he couldn't afford it now and whatever, and so I'll go show him, because he's a nice older gentleman. So just he'll be ecstatic to see it, especially in the time frame too, because I don't know that he expected me to fix it as quick as I have, you know, the week after I got it, because you know, I told him it'll probably be a while, but yeah. So I tried to line the hood up the best I could. I don't know if this is the bumper or the hood, but you can see the bumper sticks out a little bit, and the gap, it's a little bit tighter down here. It's a little bit tighter up top, barely, but not bad. I'm living with it. I ain't crying too much. So looks like the fog lights have moisture too, which is great. Anyway, so it sucks I can't drive at night. I want to see what these lights look like all lit up, but it is what it is. I'm just tired. It's been a long freaking 4 days working on this thing, and I'm just tired of it. But I'm glad engine's running, sounds good, drives good. I mean, especially on the gravel. I mean, if you used your pinky toe and hit the gas, it breaks the tires loose. That's just amazing to me. how it does that. Just so much grunt and torque and just so little throttle. So I'm really, it's pretty awesome. And you're on pavement, and just that little bit of throttle and the car just launches right off the line, and it's awesome. I love that. And I would say it probably has a little bit of dead pedal-ish compared to what the Seville had, but it's livable. The thing gets up and goes, and when you ask it to do something, it does it, and it doesn't complain about it. So, but boy, I think she does guzzle the gas quite a bit compared to my Seville. But you know, oh well. I did put 6 gallons or 6.5-ish gallons of 91 non-ethanol. So she's running on the good stuff now, and with the exhaust buttoned up. Pretty much as soon as I buttoned up the exhaust, she just, because she was starting rough, you know, it'd fire up, but it would be kind of stumbling a little bit, and then after about 10 seconds, it would just smooth out. And at one point, I did get a passenger or bank too lean, so but I was like, before I even worry about that, let's get the exhaust buttoned up so there's not an exhaust leak like there was. And pretty much as soon as after I did that, first time I hit the key, it fired right up, and it didn't stumble around. So does notice it does stumble just a little bit more than I'd care for, but I don't know what to make of it. It is what it is. I mean, what can I do about it? New intake gaskets, throttle body gasket, you know, it's all torqued down, tightened evenly, all that good stuff. So I don't know, but I guess somebody around here got a new crotch rocket. Can hear them, which is pretty crazy. Better watch out, state troopers down that road. Anyway, so not bad for a $700 car with an $800 engine. So I'm very well content. It's freaking, it's already, I turned a corner and stepped on it just a little bit, and oh yeah, freaking right. It's just got so much grunt in first gear. It's just awesome. It's just so much torque. And 320 ponies versus the 300 that the Seville had, and what was this, got 300 foot-pounds of torque, and versus 275 or 295, I don't remember, whatever. But it's driven to the right wheels this time, I guess. I mean, the Seville tracked through the snow like it was nobody's business. 6 inches of snow, slush, whatever. It just plowed right through it, stayed right on the road. That car was awesome. And this one I won't be driving in the winter, so it is what it is. But yeah, that's just obnoxious. But anyway, so at some point this guy will be getting exhaust work done. It might end up with true duals all the way back, but yeah, that'll be pretty sweet. And it'd be nice to get long tube headers and move the cats back or something. I don't know. Not long tube maybe, but shorter tube, just so the cats aren't connected to the manifold, so you can get the engine out without fussing with them. Good Lord, that's obnoxious the way they did that. But we got her done. And I went through I think I showed you, I went through the starter hole for the torque converter bolts. But you need that one wrench from Harbor Freight. It's, you know, you got the straight wrench and it goes like that and does that. And then you got the box end down here, or the, you know, the circle part. So you need one of those type of wrenches to go through the starter hole. And you pick up that kit at Harbor Freight. And that's one wrench kit I did buy from there that was really worth having. Unfortunately, I managed to lose that one size, 18 mil. So I had to take one of my 18 mil Craftsman box wrenches that are freaking, you know, probably going on 15 years old or more. I got that one back when I was like 10 years old maybe. And that I had to bend the box end of it. And yeah, I'm trying to get that in there because I was not going through that little access they gave me on the driver's side of the block. That is just pathetic. I don't even know why that's there. So, but just a good little peakish 20-minute video already. Holy Hannah. But I'll get her cleaned up some more, and we'll probably go to the do-it-yourself wash just so I can get the pressure washer after it's, so I don't have to. I probably won't go to that because I have my own pressure washer. But we'll get her cleaned up and make her look all pretty and go show this guy and enjoy driving it. And thoroughly enjoy it more if the frickin' radio worked, but yeah, one of these days when I have some cash laying around, I'll go get that done. So hope you guys enjoyed the little saga of engine swapping. It's a frickin' pain in the ass. I don't recommend it, but the car is fun to drive, so that's up to you. But if you ever have to do an engine swap or pull it out for some reason, good luck, Chuck. There's not a whole lot of tips, tricks, and whatever I could offer. You just got to kind of suffer through and get her done, and that's what I did. So, but yeah, I guess we'll see if y'all are even interested in any of these videos, because the Honda definitely wasn't. It's like if it doesn't have LBZ in the title, everybody, oh, what the hell is this guy making videos for? He sucks. Well, you know, some people like it, some people don't, but not out to please everyone. So hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. God bless.